it's a great win because of who we just beat. Michigan State has been such a tremendous program for so long. I mean, decades. They got a great coach. They got great players, and for us to be able to beat them, and we're both at the top of the Big Ten conference. For us to be able to beat them is just a terrific accomplishment. So you know, they are from here. They will. I'm sure they will pick up and just keep on winning, and we got to try and do the same thing. But our kids are thrilled with the win, and our coach staff is thrilled. But it has a lot to do with when you measure yourself against a program like that. It's a great step in the right direction. So we'll move on from here, and we'll enjoy this moment. And we have 4 games in 10 days, so we have to get ready for our next game. But we'll enjoy this the rest of today.
On your right with Noah, Coach?
John, I'm sure you're thrilled about the turnover margin, especially after what happened last weekend. Was that sort of take some solace in that, even in the first half?
Well, given the opponent, they were averaging 8 steals a game. They were turning people over at about 12, and we had some turnover problems. And the one should have been a layup there at the end that we turned it over. I mean, we just guided a couple passes, but it was good. Our kids were focused. We were really fresh out there today. So the week off maybe gave us some time to think a little bit quicker and a little smarter.
Coach, on your left with Wojo?
Stauska said he thought maybe he figured things out a little bit in the second half, the way defenses have been attacking him. Did you see a switch in him, the mentality in the second half to be more aggressive, or was it something more tactical?
His switch is he's looking for a perfect play all the time, and shooters got to shoot it. I mean, he's a tremendous shooter, and he's turning down ones off the dribble lately because he's maybe looking for something else. And we wanted him to shoot the ball. You know, Costello or Payne, they're long. When they hedge out, they're still there, but you still shoot over them because you got space. We're just encouraging him to be more aggressive. Not just aggressive usually means driving the ball. You know, shooters shoot when they're open, and sometimes what's a bad shot for others is a really good shot for him.
Right in the front with Daniel.
That 21-4 run was all Nick and Kyrus' points. Was it nice to finally have them clicking together at the same time?
Well, there's a lot of other people in that run that were doing things like Spike Albrecht and Nick that were consuming guys so that they could get stuff done. But it was those two. I mean, that's been the big story of this year is Karis LeVert, that he's been able to get over 20 even more than a few times now. And when they have to put Harris on him, now Nick has a different matchup. So it's really it's been good to have those two, and then Glenn doing his thing, and then great leadership at the point guard. And I can't say enough about John and Jordan. Adrian Payne is a load in every way, and they were there. We got 9 fouls out of them. And they just did a great job on him. So it wasn't just those two, but they scored the points.
Right in the middle with Neil.
Coach, obviously there's 4 games left to play, but did you feel like today's game was stuff that wins you a Big Ten championship?
Well, it's part of the formula you have to do. You have to beat Michigan State if you're going to win. If you follow this, I've been here 7 years. Michigan State's in the mix. No, it does not win us a championship. It doesn't put us in position for it. We got 4 games to play. What it does do right now is just give us put us in position to be in position. That's all it does.
To your right with Chris.
You switched up your defenses. You went 1-3-1 a couple of times with some success. What was the
you credit my assistants big time on that one because it's hard to get me to go zone sometimes, and we do practice it, and we're improving in it. But I've gone from using it so much to hating giving up a 3-ball. And 1 3-ball and 3 or 4 different. But we had to change. They're so good at running what they do that we just wanted to change. Especially Tom's great at coming out of a timeout and running a play that they either get fouled or get an open shot. So we thought maybe some of those times we'd go zone coming out of a timeout. Now he's got 2 plays to talk about. They won't be so damn good in either one of them, but they usually are.
Right in the middle with Simon.
Coach, in that first half when Nick maybe isn't being as aggressive, are you telling Karis to attack more, or is he starting to do that on his own?
We were trying to score baskets any way that we could. They were in some gaps. They have a great defensive plan, and they got the length and the quickness to do that. But we had to change our scheme a little bit at halftime to do some things, and then we had to get Nick more involved. Nick had to be more involved. But Karis can, as you can say, has the ability to get in the paint. They can't guard everybody, so if you put him and Nick on the same side, they're not going to leave Nick.